Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Ashley Banfield from Wealth and Success Academy, giving you a rundown of the course outline that we offer for service accommodation, the cash flow master class. And we're going to run through what cash flow stands for. There's little elements for each process as we go through. This will probably take about 10 to 15 minutes maximum. We'll give you an outline of mentoring that we offer and also the course and the outline and the costs and investment for you. So let's get started. We'll do this via PowerPoint presentation so you can see exactly what it is that you get. I'll share my screen to do that. And there we go. So, Wealth Success Academy, myself and Emmanuel Ezekiel, my business partner, very, very successful property developer, property cash flow, business owner, you name it, he's done it and he's doing it right now. He's also a master of NLP, one of my mentors, business partner, and close friend as well. So we've done a lot together and we're doing a lot more together. We currently have some offers on some properties in Cambridge and other places as well. So we work closely together, also looking to sort of take on other businesses at the moment as well, constantly negotiating, constantly hustling, if you like. So this is about the property cash flow, CASHFLOW masterclass. It's run by myself. Emmanuel Ezekiel is occasionally there when he's not traveling and when he's not busy. So let's run on. Myself, I've been in property now since 2006. Been running service accommodation for about 3 years, HMOs for about 5. So I know a fair bit about cash flow from property, and we also engage in a way that helps you learn as well at the course and with the mentoring that we do. So let's crack on. So the core. This is the entire cash flow system here. So C is obviously the first letter of the cash is the core. The core is basically delivering your key area and building up your foundation for the rest of the acquisition, the search, the hit, the fulfillment, the liquidity, the occupation, and the wages, etc. Occupancy, should I say, and the wages. So all of this is put together carefully. We did run this course for a while before we put in this new process and new structure. It was great, but now it's super great, and it helps people remember where they need to be. So your core, what does it stand for? It's about central, about what area, what your gold mine, where your service accommodation property, whether it's rent to rent or where it's purchased, and where it should be located and why it should be located there. We also talk about operations and, again, location of you and where your properties are, and about realty, about the type of property that you should be taking on, where the minimum type bedrooms and bathrooms to the maximum types, whether that be houses, apartments, or period homes, or whatever it might be. So we go through that in quite a lot of detail. And experience. It's not about your experience. It's more about the guest experience. So building your entire model, your entire business around the customer experience, not what you think it might be. So then we get to acquisition, and we look at other people's properties, which is the rent-to-rent solution. Obviously, rent-to-rent is when you take on somebody's property, you rent it, and you kind of rent it out to somebody else, whether that be for HMOs or service accommodation, whatever it might be. It could be your own property. It could be a property that you are looking to acquire, looking to buy, and we run through pros and cons of where you should and shouldn't buy, which is based again back around the core. You can see the core is always there, and then operative, whether you want to actually rent the property, if you're doing rent to rent, whether you want to own the property, or whether you want to actually manage the property yourself, so you de-risk, if you like, without having to pay those monthly rental payments or mortgage payments, whatever it might be. So there's a lot around operatives. It can work really well in these big buildings where you get apart hotels and that type of thing, where you'll need substantial investment to be able to and capital to be able to take these on, even on a rent-to-rent basis. So we look at the operative way as another opportunity for you. Then we look at search, where you're going to find the properties. We look for landlords, dealing direct with landlords, dealing with agents. We show you scripts and we do little what's the word, role plays. And don't worry, don't be scared about it. You don't have to do it, but it's good to do it, because if you do it in a classroom and it's hard, it's going to be easier, if you like, out there in the real world, because you haven't got a load of people watching it. We also look at your network. Your network is your net worth, as Emmanuel likes to say. And it really is. Since meeting Emmanuel, your network really is your net worth, because it is a conglomeration of people around you, like-minded people, who can help you, expand, or help you carry on, or move forward, or grow, if you like, within your business or businesses. And obviously the different websites that we use, how to tap into those, how to use them, how to get them automated, and that type of thing in your search for properties in the right area. Obviously, the search is going to be based on what your core is all about. And then we have the hit. The hit is when you get a deal, and we go through on the day about how you should make offers, and whether or not there is a discount in place, and how you actually ask for the discount, whereas you don't actually ask for the discount, if you know what I mean. So it's a lot more professional. It's fully written, what we send out. We give you all the templates, what you need to do. Just need to put your details in. So it works for us. If you copy us, it's going to work for you. We then look at fulfillment. You look at the contents of the property, what there should be in there, whether it needs a refresh. We're not looking at refurbs unless, of course, you're purchasing. And then you can start looking at capital allowances, which we look at on the day, where you can get capital allowances on the purchase, you get capital allowances on the refit, or the refurb, should we say, and then from there, obviously make your tax break or whatever it might be. Also look at the type of appliances you should have in, and appliances that we recommend you don't have in the property, how to furnish the property, and the type of companies and the companies that we use, and the type of furniture that we use, and any interior designers that you might use as well. We obviously have those on board with us as well. Technology, what to use, what not to use, and how to use it to your benefit, and to the maximization of the actual experience of the guest, and the type of standards that we look at here as well, whether it's going to be luxury, high-end, low-end, whether it's going to be business, whether it's going to be tourists, whether it's going to be, stack 'em high and that type of thing for tour operators, whatever it might be. Contractors are high level or low level, blue and white collar. And so different standard. Again, it's all based around your core. I can assure you now, if you get your core right, which is the central operations, your realty and experience, if you get those 4 things right in your core, everything else is a piece of cake, and it just all falls into place. This is why on the day we spend about probably 3 hours just on your core. Your core is your foundation of your business. Get it right, everything else will flow. Then we look at liquidity. Obviously, this is money and how to pay for it and these type of things. We look at capital that you may have or you don't have, where you can source capital from, where we may help you source capital. Ongoing costs, rent, bills, and that type of thing, whatever they may be. We'll give you an outline of those. Sourcing fees, if that's what you're going to do, if you're going to get other people to source, and what we recommend you should pay, and not what you should say. And also there's a double on the source as well, is where are you actually going to get the actual capital from? Is it going to be from a bank? Is it going to be from a JV? Is it going to be from your bank? Is it going to be from your savings? Is it going to be, perhaps director's loan from a company you have, or whatever it might be? It could be a JV partner like me, who knows? And then we look at other different tariffs, obviously, such as different things that come into place, like your booking fees, and how we actually avoid booking fees, how we actually offset them, if you like, and all types of things like that. So there's loads and loads to go through on the day. Occupancy. So what guests are you looking for? Now, that might sound a bit weird, because you might say, well, I'll take anyone, but we don't just want anyone. We talk about the processes that we put in place to avoid any party animals, to avoid any fraud. Touch wood, Western word. We haven't had any fraud in all the time that we're doing it. We haven't had any parties. Touch wood again. I don't need to, because I know that our systems help us avoid this. So all of this is covered on the day. Online travel agents and this type of stuff, and not just the key ones like your Booking, your Airbnb, your TripAdvisor, Expedia, and so on, and the HomeAway. We're talking about a little niche ones as well that we can use, and we are using at the moment, and we can put you onto them and help you get in with a lower rate of commission. Lists, it could be using company like Experian, for instance, where we get a authorized list based on GDPR of companies and people that we can actually mail to, and the type of automation solution that we use, the software that we use, which you can actually use for free. Yes, for free. You're going to pay for the lists, but then you can start automating the marketing while you sleep. These emails can go out, and the marketing, etc. And then there's direct, how we find landlords direct, etc. And sorry, how we get direct booking, should I say, and pay very little for it. It may be zero commissions. Just a word on this. It may be zero commissions, but there is work that you have to do. So if you put a value on your time, there will be a cost of that, if you like, to get this set up. However, direct bookings will eventually or inevitably cost you less than what the actual OTAs do. Although, as I say, we have a way of offsetting those OTAs so that we don't actually pay any commission. Good. And then wages, or wonga, or whatever you want to call it, how you get paid. We talk about cash, how you should never take cash, although there are caveats around this, and in some cases there is cash that passes hands within the guests, but we'll show you how that works. Cards, credit cards, how to set up your virtual terminals, and the two different companies that we use, and the reason why we use them and no one else, and the type of money that you'll pay for these. And we've got the ones where you pay the actual lowest in the card fees. And then we talk about collection, how you're going to get the money, where you're going to get the money into, what type of bank account you need to have set up, and all these type of things. So there is a lot to go through, an enormous lot to go through, which is why we start at 9 a.m. and finish at 6 p.m. So here's a couple of examples of some people who these guys have only recently this year been on our course. They've already got 3 properties. They've got a first property in the first day out with me. Yes, they are being mentored by me. Tim, another guy who is being mentored by me. Look at his numbers there. I don't like to put the actual pounds per month unless it's authorized by them. But he's got multiple there. He had his own business and then decided to go full-time with this. You can see in 12 months there, he's got 12 properties, so average of 1 a month. These guys are awesome, actually taking a business to leaps and bounds, and they're probably way above 17 now. I know that Sam was looking to take on a couple of blocks of 12 and 15 or something like that. So they could have actually doubled that by now as well. So huge, well done. You can see they've got their own van. Jimmy London on the left there with the big watch. He's doing extremely well, obviously. You can see his numbers there. And in Jazz, he's doing well in his chosen area with service accommodation. And then Lukash and Stefan, there's Emmanuel there with myself, and Stefan on the other side, and Lukash. These guys started out a couple of years ago. Now just awesome, just living the dream. Lukash is now preparing to obviously move his family out to Spain. That was part of his reasons why he wanted to get started here. Good. So costs, what are the costs? You're looking at $497 plus VAT. It includes a free ticket for your partner. So if you like, it's a buy one, get one free, or 2 for 1, however you want to spin it. It's $497 for 2 people. Other courses out there are charging 1,500 quid, 2 grand, whatever it might be. And I know this. I've been on their courses, and I've had students who've been on their courses. Their content is much, much less. In fact, I think they spend an hour teaching how to take photos. What's that got to do with it? Anyway, so teas, coffees, and lunch all provided on the day. We do start at 9 a.m. and we finish around 6. We have gone to 8 p.m. sometimes. It depends on the questions, but inevitably we finish around about 5:45, 6:15, and we do have a drink afterwards if you want to hang around. You get full access to our service accommodation Dropbox once you attend. This is all of the documents that you need, and these have all been signed off by our legal guys, all checked and signed off and cleaned, if you like, in the legal world. These are management agreements that you'll need if you're going direct. We've also got company let agreements there, because occasionally we do come across agents who don't actually have one, and they don't want to invest in a lawyer to have to write one as well. What else do we have? We have pricing models for you. We have due diligence, planning. We have all sorts of stuff, just a multitude of stuff. How to set up Airbnb, how to set up booking.com, and so on and so forth. A whole list of what you need in a property, from knives and forks to furniture and TVs and that type of thing. A whole inventory list, a whole list for the cleaners, instructions what they have to do, and a list. There's about 30 documents in there that all support what you learn on the day. Pricing structure, we said there, area due diligence, which is all part of the core. And you get full backup via Facebook support group. Some of you may already be on there, because this is actually being played not just on YouTube, but this is on the Facebook, on the group as well. So you'll know that the ones that are in the group. And the mentoring, you get lots of people asking for mentoring. They send me emails and texts, what about the mentoring? So basically, you'll get referred to this. So there is silver. So we have a weekly webinar every Monday morning at 9:30. These are always recorded, and it's easy to watch via YouTube. You can stop, start, all that type of thing. No silly, crazy logins or whatever like that. You just go straight in. Each week, every Monday, it's about an hour, sometimes a bit more. We go through all the questions of anything that you're having to do during the week. Mentoring lasts for a year. I have other people who are allowed to come onto the webinars even after their annual subscription has finished. Some of these have been on 18, 19 months, and they still chip in, even those that are successful, and they think they know everything. Run through deals and that type of thing. Then we have Gold, which is 12 months intensive program. It is designed to get you sort of doing what you need to be doing on a daily basis. It is a fast track to your monthly cash flow. This is in addition to the silver. It includes, you get access to the webinar. You also get to email me direct as well. So if there's anything that you need on a daily basis, you can email me. On Gold, you don't get access to me via the phone and that type of thing. That comes with Platinum. You get to text me. We use WhatsApp. And if there's two of you who are working the same business plan, we don't charge you 2 times. We don't charge you 1.5. It's just for a load of crap. It's just money grabbing. We only charge you 1 fee for 2 of you, and then what we do is we put a group together on WhatsApp, put a group together, and then you will both be on there, so that if you're one's living in here and one's living there or whatever, anytime they answer your questions, you'll both be able to see the same question and ask questions back, so you never miss anything. It's all nice and uniformed. And then we have VIP, all of the above. Plus, it will be myself or Emmanuel, or sometimes me and Emmanuel, by your side, on site, visiting agents, visiting landlords. Do all of these get a one-to-one? This is the one with the optimum value. However, it is strictly only by application. So all of the others, the silver, gold, and platinum, you can join and, get the best out of the actual the weekly webinars, get the best out of us. If you need us on the phone and that type of thing, we can quickly make an answer. In most cases, if I get a text, I'll text back 3 or 4 words, or at most a couple of lines, and it fixes just about everything you need to do, because we've been through this so many times. We mentor loads of people, have mentored loads of people. A lot of them now finished their 12 months, gone off and are successful. With the VIP, because it's taken up our time, we're going to be on site with you. This is extremely important for us to know that the time that we spend with you, you value and you take action on. So you go out and get deals, and ordinarily we'll come out with you and see agents. And if you've been out with agents and I'll say, no, you can't do it, you can't do this, we'll come out with you and we'll probably convert at least 90% of them. So if you're interested, inquire now, or what you can do is I'll show you the link after I finish this, and if you want to use it to book and run through a bit more of what we actually offer on the day, that's on a book website, but I'll show you that next. Now, what's important here, this is the last slide, so we're almost done. Now, it says here a guy called Arthur L. Williams Jr., And he once said, I'm not telling you it's going to be easy. I'm telling you it's going to be worth it. Now, let me tell you this. Property investing, property cash flow is not easy. There you go. It's not easy. People out there, geezers, mugs, whatever you want to call them, will try to convince you it's a piece of cake. It is not a piece of cake. It will require your work and thinking. You will need to go out and meet people. If it's not your thing, dealing with people, property's not for you. Unless, of course, you're investing in somebody who does the cold-face stuff and they can go and do that type of thing. Then that's a different way for you to invest in property. You can be like the silent partner, if you like, so you don't have to say anything. But for those who have been in business or have a sales background or are very good with people and love being with people and quite happy to spend time with people and do deals, and they're hungry, then properties for you. And I can tell you this, that there is nothing that I've found out there more rewarding, both mentally, entrepreneurial, or monetary, financially, than property. And it's why I've stuck with it now for 12 years. I absolutely love property. It is worth it. It is tough. There will be times when, you know, you'll phone me up, oh, I've had enough, I can't do it. And I'll get on the phone. I might even come and see you and say, look, just spark up. This is good. You're one step away from greatness. And that could be what it is. So let me tell you this. If you're interested in property and getting cash flow from property, serviced accommodation is by far the #1 way, and for you to make like huge income. You know, you saw some of the examples there, and there's loads more of those examples. We make a lot of money. My business partner just in Cambridge, I paid him $8.5 grand last month in his commissions alone, just in his commissions, and that didn't include what I paid myself. So good, well done to you, buddy. You know who you are. So hopefully that helps you with the outline. I'm just going to give you the URL, and if you're watching this on YouTube or on Facebook, I'll put it in there anyway. It's basically bookwen, BOOK as in book and when, bookwen.com/Ashley Banfield UK, and you'll see the dates and times. We've got a course every month. And there's also a one-to-one option on there as well, if that's something that you're looking at. So good. Look forward to seeing you soon. That's a rundown on the course and how it works. And yeah, look forward to seeing you guys. Take care and all the best.